Kids, and welcome to CityKids Live. I'm so glad that you've tuned in this morning. This Sunday is a special Sunday. Can you tell me what today is? That's right, it's Easter. I'm so glad that we get to celebrate Easter together using technology. The first thing that we're going to do is worship our risen King. So let's worship together.
Rejoice, for death has lost its power. Rejoice, for the victory is ours. Oh, sing you heavenly choir. Come on, church, lift your voices higher. Look what our God has done. Rejoice, Jesus, you're the risen one. Up from the grave you rose. Jesus, you're the reigning King. You've conquered all of your foes. Victorious, victorious, victorious God. Rejoice, for God has come to save. Rejoice, the night has turned to day. Oh, sing you heavenly choir. Come on, church, and lift your voices higher. Look what our God has done. Rejoice, yeah. Jesus, you're the risen one. From the grave you rose. Jesus, you're the reigning King. You conquered all of your foes. Victorious, victorious, victorious God. Yeah. Victorious, victorious, victorious God. Look what the Lord has done. The battle has been won. Look what the Lord has done. The battle has been won now. Look what the Lord has done. The battle has been won now. Look what the Lord has done. The battle has been won. Victorious, victorious, victorious God. Victorious, victorious, victorious God. Let's sing it one more time. Victorious, victorious God.
All right, City Kids, it's time to play a game called Easter Egg Smash. Please welcome our contestants. All right, so Easter Egg Smash, this is how you play it. I have 12 eggs right here. 6 of them are hard-boiled and 6 of them are raw. They're not hard-boiled. So I have a question. I have a couple of Easter questions. So I'll ask the contestant a question. If they get it right, then the opponent has to crack an egg on their head. If they get it wrong, they have to crack an egg on their own head. So the egg might be hard-boiled or it might be raw. So that's why we have our hoods, right? We have protective gear. And Whoever has the most cracked eggs on their head loses, and the least cracked eggs wins. So, who's ready to play this game? All right, so over here I have Pastor Damian Sheeter. Who's voting for Pastor Damian Sheeter? All right, and who's gonna go for Pastor Ben Cant? Woo! All right, let's see who wins. First contestant, Ben Cant, step up. I would put your hoodie on. You might want to put your protective gear on. Here is your first question. Question number 1. Where is the largest egg museum located? A, Birmingham, England, B, Berlin, Germany, or C, St. Petersburg, Russia?
Absolutely. C, St. Petersburg, Russia.
Wrong!
Oh, that's great.
So,
Never go with C, bro.
the rule here is you can only pick the one that you touch first. Great job. Is it going to be raw?
Do you have to wait for a camera?
Nope. Oh! That was raw.
Oh, that's horrible. Watch your shoes. I should have taken the shoes off.
All right, Damien, you're up next. Question number 2. Sanka.
What is that?
Sanka.
Can you spell that, please?
PYsanka. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Is a traditional way of painting Easter eggs. Which country does Sanka originate? A, Croatia, B, Norway, or C, Ukraine?
C.
C, Ukraine? That is correct! Good job, Ben!
Such a Croatian name.
It is. Ben, please crack an egg on your head.
You were an expert in Croatian egg painting?
That's 2 raw eggs cracked on Pastor Ben's head.
I've been doing all the wrong ones.
Oh, it's on your glasses.
Oh, but I kind of feel bad.
Protective lenses. Protective lenses.
Okay. Question number 3. This goes to you, Ben. Ooh, don't look at the answers.
Get it on.
Which animal is used in Australia instead of a rabbit?
Oh, I know this. For what?
For Easter. For Easter.
This is easy. Everybody knows this.
Is it A, a kangaroo, B, a koala, or C, bilby?
C, Easter building.
Very good. That's correct. Oh, Pastor Damien, choose your egg. Oh dear. I'm gonna back up.
Stance really matters.
Oh, and it is a raw.
Are they all like this?
Damien, how do you feel right now?
I feel disgusted.
All right. Ben, this goes to you. Wait, no. This goes to Damien,
That's right.
right? Okay. Question number 4, Damien. In the UK, each child is given, on average, how many Easter eggs each year? Is it A, 8, B, 10, or C, 12?
B, 10.
B10 is wrong! Damien, choose your egg. I need to back up. Oh, and it's hard boiled. Very good.
I'm not going to eat that. I'll take it later. It smells delicious.
All right, Ben, back to you. Number 5. Where will you find the world's largest Easter egg? Yeah. A, Los Angeles, California. B, Vegreville, Canada. Or C, Santa Catarina, Brazil.
Bakerville, Canada. B, I've been there. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Can you say that again?
Bakerville, Canada. B, I've been there. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
What was the city's name again?
Bakerville, Canada.
That is correct! That means, Damien, you need to choose another egg. We have one more question. Okay, is this hard-boiled or raw? Oh, All right. Hard boiled. So we have one more question. This goes to Damien. Question number 6. How many jelly beans are consumed by Americans every Easter? Oh no, don't look at my answer. Like actual jelly beans. So is it A, over 16 million? B, about 30 million? Or C, around 70 million? A, over 16 million, B, about 30 million, or C, around 70 million? What's your answer?
Is this on Easter itself or in the Easter season?
This is on Easter itself.
Yeah, right. B.
B is incorrect. It is A. Pick your egg.
Yes.
All right. Oh, it might be raw. Oh, and it's hard-boiled. I believe we have a winner just by looking at their ponchos. And the winner is Pastor Damien Sheeter. Woo! Good job, guys. Thank you so much for playing. Come back next Easter, and we'll have round 2.
Bye. See ya.
Last week, we learned about Jesus' death on the cross. And last week, we memorized a verse. Do you remember our verse? Okay, repeat after me. 1 Peter 3:18. Christ died for sins once for all to bring you to God. Awesome job. I'm going to say it one more time. 1 Peter 3:18. Christ died for sins once for all to bring you to God. So why did Christ have to die for our sins? To bring us to God. So Jesus knew he had to die so that we can be brought back to God. Jesus taught that to his disciples many times. He also told them something else would happen. He told them that after 3 days, he would rise. In just a minute, we're going to watch today's story. When you watch this video, I want you to listen for 3 things that the women noticed when they go to wash Jesus' body 3 days after he died. So let's watch this video together.
God's wonderful surprise. Jesus' friends were sad. They would never see their best friend again. How could this happen? Wasn't Jesus the rescuer, the king God had promised? It wasn't supposed to end like this. Yes, but whoever said anything about the end? Just before sunrise, on the 3rd day, God sent an earthquake and an angel from heaven. When the guards saw the angel, they fell down with fright. The angel rolled the huge stone away, sat on top of it, and waited. At the first glimmer of dawn, Mary Magdalene and other women headed to the tomb to wash Jesus' body. The early morning sun slanted through the ancient olive trees. Drops of dew glittering on leaves and grasses, little tears everywhere. The friends walked quietly along the hilly path through the olive groves until they reached the tomb, and immediately noticed something odd. It was wide open. They peered through the opening into the dark tomb. But wait, Jesus' body was gone. And something else. A shining man was there with clothes made from lightning. "Don't be scared," the angel said. But they couldn't help it. They screamed anyway. The angel asked them, "What are you doing here? This is a tomb, and tombs are for dead people." The women couldn't speak. "Jesus isn't dead anymore," he said. "He's alive again." And their hearts leapt, and then the angel laughed with such gladness that they felt for a moment as if they had woken from a nightmare. The other women rushed home, but Mary stayed behind. How could it be true? Jesus was definitely dead. How could he be alive? Just then, Mary heard someone else in the garden. Perhaps it's the gardener, she thought. He'll know where Jesus' body is. I don't know where Jesus is, Mary said urgently. I can't find him. But it was all right. Jesus knew where she was, and he had found her. Mary. Only one person said her name like that. She could hear her heart thumping. She turned around. She could just make out a figure. She shaded her eyes to see, and thought she was dreaming. But she wasn't dreaming. She was seeing Jesus. Mary fell to the ground. Sudden tears filled her eyes, and great sobs shook her whole body, and all she wanted in that moment was to cling to Jesus and never let him go. You'll be able to hold on to me later, Mary, Jesus said gently, and always be close to me. But now go and tell the others that I'm alive. Mary ran and ran all the way to the city. She had never run so fast or so far in all her life. She felt she could have run forever. She didn't even feel like her feet touched the ground. The sun seemed to be dancing and gleaming and bounding across the sky, racing with her and shining brighter than she could ever remember in the clear, fresh air. And it seemed to her that morning, as she ran, almost as if the whole world had been made anew, almost as if the whole world was singing for joy. The trees, tiny sounds in the grass, the birds, her heart. Was God really making everything sad come untrue? Was he making even death come untrue? She couldn't wait to tell Jesus' friends. They won't believe it, she laughed. She was right, of course.
It has been 3 days after Jesus died. The women go to the tomb expecting to find a dead body. But what 3 things do they notice instead? The first thing they notice is that the stone that blocked the entrance of the tomb had been moved. They also noticed Jesus' body was gone. And then the third thing they noticed was an angel, and that angel said that Jesus had risen and he was alive. Can you imagine being one of those women, seeing the stone that was rolled away, not seeing Jesus' body in the tomb, and then seeing an angel? What a wonderful surprise. Jesus died on the cross, and after 3 days, he rose from the dead. The tomb was completely empty. On the count of 3, I want us all to shout, Jesus is alive, so that your parents can hear you and possibly even your neighbors. Now, if you have a sleeping sibling in the house, maybe don't scream it. You can pretend scream. But if everyone's awake, scream this as loud as you can, that Jesus is alive. On the count of 3, you guys ready? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Jesus is alive. I think you can do a little better than that. Let's try it one more time. On the count of 3, say Jesus is alive, and I want everybody in your neighborhood to hear it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jesus is alive. Awesome job. Now, at the end of our story, Mary runs to tell the other disciples that Jesus is alive. What about you? Can you tell the story of Jesus and tell others that he is alive? That's your challenge this week. Tell one other person that Jesus the King is alive. And that's why we celebrate Easter. So let's worship our risen King together. Let's sing this song called The Anthem. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining, and happy Easter.